I am back, now with a coin. The thing is, I couldn't decide. I played this character days ago with hair color, not with race, hair color, and eye color, but I couldn't decide which starting class I would take. I can say I will make a disciple of magic because I love the monk. I love it, but it's a DPS, and that's is the same. This is the same problem with archer and arcanist. The thing is, Gladiator and Marauder are tanks, and I'm not a person that can tank a dungeon. I tried it. I tried to get my tank up, but on my private profile, the tanks are the lowest level class I have because I'm not a good tank and I'm afraid to tank anything. Lancer, I already make a joke that I will be permadeath because the class is. I played it. I played it to level 50. I have this armor on my other character, and it's just boring. I know why it's boring. We have in the other group, but not on Phoenix, we have an actual Dragoon main. He said because the most of the good skills were put way to the end, and yeah, I don't really want to play this. And Archer, I have personally, for me personally, he is not really that interesting to play it. So out of all of this, it would be monk. But for the beginning, I would like to have either a conjurer or an arcanist. Because one thing is, in this game, the first class you choose, one of those 8 classes you have here, will be in a disadvantage when you level it up. So it will take longer to level this class. And the thing is, conjurer is generally was my starting class because I like to heal. Healing is one of the funniest things I can do. But also there is the arcanist, which has this disadvantage, not really, and also can be a healer. So I decided by coin, which it will be the Berlin. I have a 50 cents here. The Berlin Tor. I think it's the Berlin Tor. Head. Just say head. Head will be conjurer, and coin will be arcanist. I shake the coin in my hands right now, so I don't see which side will be up. Because for some people that didn't notice, you can actually manipulate which side will land up. You can't 100% decide this, but a little bit you can actually from the side that it's up. It's most of the time the opposite. I don't see it. I will just flip it now. And it is head. I did say head is conjurer, if I remember correctly. Yes, head was conjurer. So it will be a conjurer. Okay. Then let's start with this. We don't want Britannia. We want to be on Phoenix. Yes, Phoenix. And now to our name. You probably saw it on the. Sorry, my desk is a mess right now. So. Our name will be Aurora Kruger. I wasn't sure of Aurora or Aurelia, I think. I think I go with Aurelia. Aurelia Cougar. Aurelia, mostly because of the Northern Lights, the Aurora, and Cougar because, yay, family name. So, let's choose this. And we start with this character. So, you already, but one thing, you already saw that I played before on this character, on this game. So, we have we actually have items that if you would start right now, you wouldn't have. And we actually have a Q. Yeah. And there's our Q gun. And I open up a different page. Hooray! Let's start a web page. In the middle of a recording, because why not? I didn't want to open this, sorry. The sun gives us the power. The power to level up to level 50 in an instant. And have our relic weapon apparently. Or not. Okay, we don't have our relic weapon. Be gone! What? I'm happy when... No, one of the biggest problems I will actually have is with my cursor. Because, yeah, you can see this here. Oi! Oi! Let's try to... You're right, less. You were mourning asleep and swag buckets besides. A will be yet, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You will soon get used to it. Muggles! Feeling better, Cooper? Ah, you can see us. Had the feeling you could, Cooper. We're Muggles, and whatever this word.
looks quite serious, which makes you special, Cooper. And seeing how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. This one's been restless so late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you a chance to witness any suspicious, Cooper? But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Cooper.
I don't will make voices for any characters. If I don't want to make any voices, I will stop. My wine is gone! Where did my wine go? Daniel is still very well off. In case you were wondering, seeing as you're awake, how about you keep me company till we get there? The young ones don't much care for conversation, see. Beaumont's the name and the pattern straight me. Paddles me trade. As for you, good sir, judging by your unusual garment, I say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I wrong? I knew it. Going where the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. No, that's what I call living. So, as long as you can avoid dying, I mean, I hate considering that adventure was a risky business these days, especially. What was it in the first that attracted you to it? To gain good power, to win glory, to amass a fortune, or I don't really remember. To amass a fortune. Fortune, huh? That's a dream we all at one time or another. Once you've learned to handle yourself in a fight, you want to pay a visit to whichever crafting or gathering goes to tickles your fancy. Gridania's renowned for its leatherwork and carpenters, not to mention its botanists. Adventurers anxious about killing things, after all. A piece of pastime may well help you make your fortune. Wait, fortune was money if I remember. Yeah, I think it was money. I did what just money. Let's remember though, there are more important things than a fortune and glory, such as breeding. There ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt! Go no further. What is it then? What is going on? A skirmish has broken out ahead of the XIV. For your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells, we ain't told them there. Try to break clear. Oh, that was too bleeding close. Nice of the South to send us an welcoming party, though, eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those fetid fiends, so just take care, alright? By the by, is this the first trip to Gridania? No. Thought not, but aware there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journey into to teach you a few new things about the destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest lush forest in all of the Eorzea. Though it ain't near as flush as it used to be. Saying that, not since the calamity laid half it to waste. Destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in, and gave the exile unneeded encouragement. Birdman's raids become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold Gridania, the forest nations blessed by the elementals. Elementals. I can't speak. I hate my smartphone. And here's what reports away, lass. I have to the marks to live my wares. Then it's back to the night road for the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By the way, thanks for keeping me company. Hey, you never did me tell your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about meeting and I'll be considered a square. Final Fantasy 14. To be clear, Final Fantasy 14, a real reborn. You, there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. Newly come to the city, no doubt. I am Brennanant, a wood whaler of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from the enemies while welcoming those who may prove her friends. Let us see which you are. And just a half-naked bunny. Sorry. Welcome to Gridania, a vibrant forest nation crawled in a bosom of nature. Please set the control scheme you wish to use. Keyboard mouse. Follow the instructions, adjust the position of the camera, blah blah blah. No, no, and character configuration. Yeah, sorry about that, but some things I just recommendations play guide. Yeah, we got some things there that I just want to have them I just want to see them. And you can already see I have 6 mails. So, and this is way better. But I will with exception for one thing. So, okay, with exception for this, I will not bother you with my HUD changes. You will just see when there is a different HUD, which will be probably the next time I will be recording. Because I have a very special thing when it comes to the HUD. Because I don't like the HUD how it is. So, but now we talk with Brennan and we accept now coming to Gridania. To recognize the said adventurer of the city-state of Gridania, you must first register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. And then a green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off making pressing every second citizen for work, I suggest you make yourself known at the Carol Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local Adventurers Guild, in case you were wondering. The Carol Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Madame Yuna within, and she will take you in hand. You have begun a quest. Choose to do yourself, complete the task. Or just ignore it completely. I will be honest with you. My fingers are already tingling that I want to change the HUD. At least minor changes that annoy me. But I can't do this, so... Well, well, what we have here. A wide-eyed and wandering young adventurer come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome, Minio's my name, or Madame Mio as most call me, and the Karen Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor to providing guidance to fleeting heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is there to help you to attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill our duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal, wouldn't you agree? As for outsider's eyes, all may seem with our nation, but not couldn't be further from the truth. The people live in a state of constant appreciations. The exile and various gangs of common bandits prove an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Gallian Empire to the north. And that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. But I speak as if you were there. Forgive me, 5 years passed. Eosia was well nigh laid to waste, when a dread worm emerged from within a lesser moon, Dalamud, and rained fire upon the realm. This is which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square mile of the 12th was spared by the devastation. Yet, despite the forest's extended wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also the truth. For reasons we will explain, the facts around the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are many versions of events. There are people willing to recount them. Yet, amidst the hazy recollections and conflicted accounts, all agree on one thing, that Eosia was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm. And yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call the faces to mind, we see enough Basilia myths, a blinding glare. Thus have these adventurers come to known as warriors of light. Pray not to feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another warrior of light, only that you do what you can do to assist the people of Gridania. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. That's all left then, so it's concluded the business of registration. Here's a cruel scroll with your name, right there. Oh, and I would appreciate if you used your real name. There's a special place in the 7th hell for those who use amusing aliases. Aurelia Kuga, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? Very well. From this moment forward, you are a requisite adventurer of the Gridania, nations blessed with elemental and bounty of the 12 woods. You can expect great things from you. Look at what just arrived, another goddamn adventurer. Don't you stop with it. Adventurers are the very source the Gridania needs. The Elder Seeds herself bade us to welcome that upon with open arms. Do you mean to give the guard her will? Of course not. Let not forget it's my sworn duty to employ the beast, and I am to blame for if outsiders bring this true upon themselves. You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm into the 7th hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He only meant to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling into Westwood for late. You see, and the wood dwellers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. As it often the way with folks who live in isolation, Gridanians are won't mistrust things they don't well know. For your good self included. Fear not, however, given a catalogue for example deeds and no more than a handful of years, the local will surely warn you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come considering our nations as your own in time. I already do, Madame Yona. Now then, you may depend on old Madame Yona to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. And we complete our first quest. And this concludes the introduction game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventure in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the vision of Madame Yuna, and don't go further and discover the incredible adventures that awaits you. And we have guild, and we have a level up, and we have a main scenario quest. And can I run now? Halt! Our elders are not permitted beyond the spite. If you wish to reclaim your house, you must obey the rules and proceed to Kalia and the company at once.
Okay.
Many people that start this game don't do this, but it is a text you can miss, and I want to show it. Close the home. Muno's properties of the Karen wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of mentoring. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you're a former member of the Adventurers Guild, must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 asks to wish you to perform. The first ask is to visit Edward. This massive creature stands in the middle of the interior place, not far from the caravan canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transport, the Edward plays a key role in the life of every wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch the surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to further instruction. For the second task, you are to visit the Conjurer's Guild. There is no better place to learn the art of conjuring, speaking with Madel, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would like to have you visit the markets at the heart of the Old Britannia's commercial district. There you shall find weapons, armor, and all various items that adventurer might need on her travels. There is one more market in buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsimon and listen well to his counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times. To be sure, offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he's much more chantable when the summer is full. Yeah, I made a bet not long ago. You have a task, Aurelia. May Nafisa guide your path. Ah, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to provide a helping hand. I am certain it will be pleasant to meet an adventurer who they can fulfill their vows. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be a realm-shading importance. Is of unlikely to be realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth on bold reputation, and Handful will be more inclined to trust you with matters of the moment. I saw that you landed here to the smith here in the canopy. The smiths are entrusted representatives of the Rancher's Guild and an invaluable source of arranging for new polite heroes seeking to attain greatness. I just saw the boots that we're wearing. Okay, are there boots? Okay, hold on. Hold on, please load me into the game. Please. Okay, they're boots. Boots that can kill somebody. Oh boy. And there are so many new people. But still so many people, and I don't know how many of them will actually play this. So, and for those who asked, why did I put the conjuring stuff up there? Because that actually this bar is, for me personally, extremely annoying. Because it will always be focused when you're playing something which you can gain level. Greetings, adventure. Well, I see you faithfully follow moderator's instructions. Oh, it's a woman. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I'm Nixie of the Wood Dwellers, and I know a thing or two about the Iterator. Yes, that big crystal right there. Iterates are devices that can tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as meant to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport, the most common transferable spells, make direct use of the Iterates and their connection to the flow of ether. As the devices are found in almost every corner of the ocean, any adventures worth the day will wish to seek out and attune itself to each one. Truly, few things in this world are so useful than an interpret explorer. But you need to not locate them all at once, before rushing out into the wilds, as you guess you stuck with the Iterates you found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Iterate or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Return learned. You turn with Iterate. You are now able to use the return spell. This is a spell that we had in the bar down here that I already turned off, because we will later have it elsewhere. But let's already start with the new quest. Preserving the past. Small quests I will not read, because then this game will be hours long and this part is already getting 50 minutes. And I don't really want to do this. I will end this part soon. Soon, TM. The basic things to when you start this game are mostly the emote things. And if I be honest, I don't like the I like the dance of the VR, if I be honest. Yeah, the basic is the dancing stuff, and I really think it's annoying if you don't have the PC version, because you need to actually look up where it's. Maybe I can show this. Yeah, you have your list of emotes, and you need to look up those that you need. And this, I think this is annoying on the PlayStation version, or if you play with a controller. I rather type this in. So, and now we're in Old Gridania. And we're slow. Oh, 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 oh. I think I complete this one quest, the main story quest, and then I end the part. You seek the secrets of conjuring, adventurer? Then search no longer, for you have found a way to the Conjurer's Guild. Is it at Minos Rigid you have come? Then allow me to prove you an overview what it is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is the art of healing and purification. Practitioners harness the spells of power of nature that might bring to changed the form of spells. Primitive magic, such as ones brought by individuals known as mages, meant those with abilities to manipulate ether had existence since dawn of time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerges from the shapeless acknowledgments of spell and charms, an event which led to the founding of Gridania. In those dark days, elemental would not suffer man's presence in the childhood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth in a great subterranean city of Glamora. But the sight to settle in the trolls continued to burn fiercely, time and time again, this to curry the elementals' favor. Unlike the men out of Greeners bounding by the temples of flesh, the elementals are being of pure ether. Recognize this, the mages of Alt reasoned that their talent for etheric manipulations might allow them to commune with these, therefore enigmatic. It took 5 long decades to our forebears finally succeeded. Their immortal elementals positioned them to trial and trusted. So it was the nation of Gridania was born. Since the time the elementals that have taught us to live once in nature, speaking to all the Gridanians, to the heroes, those mages were able to commune with them. And for the intimacy with the elementals, the heroes would go on and attain great mastery over the force of nature. Thus they convinced the art of conjuring. I hope this helped you to gain great understanding of conjurer's guild. Consider you wish to delve further into the mysteries of conjuring, then I urge you to consider joining our ranks. I begin your initiation whenever you desire. Call upon me when you are ready to take the first step. And is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurer's Guild? Yes. That is well. I shall introduce you to our guildmaster, Brother Isumiyan. Brother Isumiyan represents you over the Conjurer's Guild, even as he serves the nations as hero. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make him know to your desire to join the guild. And we have a cutscene! Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of still-laid fame. I am Brother Eyu Sumiyan, master of this guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I will impart you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life and living for its name. Its primary purpose is solving the threats and granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself stand upon the front of lines of battles. Owing to this, you are likely to find yourself in many situations wherein a capacity of healing will be advantageous. Mind you, there's more to conjure than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may pale in comparison to Dromagry, but its capacity to defend once against aggression more than compensation for this relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge affiliations, you will be able to breathe life back into the fallen. For more than simple healers, yet not true dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ the powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Maybe this was too much to grasp upon a single hearing, but worry not, the meaning of my words will become clearer for you in due time. You will become to understand the conjuring is not a sole province of conjuring. You should wish to walk upon our past. I must need to ask you solely to vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the trust of the light. Can you make this vow? Yes. I knew your answer, your lips had parted, yet I no less pleased to hear it. By the power invested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurer's Guild. And so to work, listen well now. I would assign you to 4 stars as conjurers of still-glade flame. Just beyond the city games, you will encounter scrolls, ladybugs, and funguas. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I can so called order to take life now that things are not as they once were, as contenders for the calamity, and I may add, through not a form fault of their own, these creatures become a burden to Trelset, a burden it cannot well bear. As control, it's the duty to carry out the will of the forest, and by employing your powers in so doing, you will become to learn something of your art. Now go, Aurelia, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. Okay, and we have our first guild quest. And one thing I probably will do right now in the time I didn't have this, I will put sprinting on the C4 button. Because I actually have a shortcut on my keyboard for the first 4. Which will be important later. And since the part is already that close to an ending, I will rush a little bit. Oh, maybe I can show you. Those are Ethernet shards. You can turn them, and I will do this Oscar in the city. And you see there are a lot of quests. I will collect all of the quests, and then we will see us the next part after I completed our first quest. But right now I go to the delivery mogul. And I will you can see I have a lot of things already. Which are all from just playing the game, with exception for one big thing, and that is this earring, which has interesting effects, and you can read it there. Increasing XP earned by 30% when level 70 and below. Attributes and items vary according to class, job, and current level when equipped. This will be probably let's go with this one. This will be probably the most thing that will give me an advantage. And yes, I run like this. And one thing you did see, I equipped a headpiece, and you didn't see it there. You can see I can display and hide it. The thing is, most of the Viera can't wear headpieces, so this will be out for a while. And there we have the recruited toolbox, which we did hand over to Asia. And the part is getting already longer than I want it to be, but yeah, it's the beginning and I still want to complete the first quest. There are so many names here. So, and here is the character that we need to talk to. By the rights of those of political men should presume to address Parliament, the masters of the market. You think you can stroll in here, boldly pleasured and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught express in dealing with the would-be heroes. If on the other hand you have some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this swollen corner reeks me your handworks, and more especially her baking. Don't look so bright, lass. I smell the eel pie of your small arm away. Hand it over. Give me the handmade eel pie! A flasky crust, just divine. Very well. I'm a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventure needs look no further than the Roseway and Amberry stalls. Both are not short straw from where we stand. If you meant to do better, you best prepare the scrolls of set of weapons and armor. Such goods will be prized by the Rosilian stalls directly south of here. You can be pleased to learn that merchants of Britannia are exceedingly patient when it comes to craftsmanship. You don't need fear defective scraps and the like. If it's potions and paraphilia you seek, head to the north to the ebony stalls. The shelves there are lashes stocked with white-troubled olden merchants, and I may truly say there must be things among the merest grass that I'm scared new existence. Do you follow me this far? The first step in any person to select the stalls and that meant your needs. Then you may conserve the price and profit. There's a little more I can teach you with mere words. Go and pursue the stalls and see for yourself what the rest you offer. There is no substantial first-hand experience. After all, I'm very off talking, unless you have another eel pie. And yay! So, but before I go back to Mune, I will collect every quest here and touch every Etherite that I can see. And so yeah, we will see us then in the next part. Till then, see ya!